It's funny what happens when you're busy and a lot of things are going on, and plus it's NFL free agency. You're seeing all these signings. Yeah, we missed one. We're sorry, but we're here to make up for it. We're here to give you guys a little bit of a background. But yesterday it was announced yesterday morning that the Raiders have came to a 1-year agreement with Darius Phillips. Now, Raiders Wire, you gotta love them. We look a lot of information up from them. They do a great job, but they spell his name like I think it's Darius Phillips, which it's kind of funny, but okay, we'll get back to it. So a little bit of a background on Darius Phillips here. So we'll give you a little bit. 4-year starter, or excuse me, a 4-year player for the Bengals, a former 5th-round pick in 2018. The thing about Darius Phillips is this. He is not amazing by any means. Like, he's not J.C. Jackson. But for $2.5 million, yeah, you love that value, especially for a guy that, again, not necessarily a game breaker, but $2.5 million, you get an established 4-year player that, I mean, last year I think he had over a 74.0 PFF grade, and I think when it comes to our 72.1 PFF grade, so he's not amazing, but he's going to provide you at least quality depth. The year before that, he had an 81.6 PFF grade, had 4 picks as well, so I think what it comes down to is he is not I don't know that he's an every down starter, but he's at the very, very least a quality backup that will come in and give you not only some depth, but I think he could be a player that at least holds down the fort. It's only a 1-year deal, so at the very worst, it's a deal that he comes in, plays a year. It's kind of a prove-it deal, honestly. Like, he comes in, we see how good he is and what he can do. And if we like him, great, yeah, we'll sign him to another long-term deal. But this is what we were talking about. A value pick, a guy that came in or is going to come in and give the Raiders a little something on the outside, fills a huge position of need, and again, right now it kind of puts the need for corner on the back burner for at least another year if they want to address it moving down the line. But this puts a little bit of a Band-Aid on the problem for now. Now, is it a complete fix? No. I would still like them to be able to come out and get a guy in the draft, or maybe still sign another guy in free agency. But overall, this is a good move. This is what we were talking about with value, with what you need to look for. $2.5 million for a guy that could start for you tomorrow. Now, again, he's not J.C. Jackson, but this is the kind of signing that I do think that winning teams make in terms of trying to find value, trying to find guys that at the worst, a quality depth piece is only $2.5 million. You love that. You absolutely love that. But then later, I think it was this morning, also reported by multiple sources, I believe, including Ian Rappaport, that the Raiders have also signed Bears defensive tackle Bilal Nichols, is expected to sign a 2-year deal worth $11 million with $9 million guaranteed. And I'm trying to pull some of his stuff up here. Well, he's actually the guy we used for the video, so obviously we wanted to put a huge emphasis on it. But here we go. So 4-year player for the Bears. Here's the thing about Bilal Nichols. Excuse me. I keep wanting to call him Thomas this morning. I don't know why, but here's the thing about Bilal Nichols that I really like. He's a guy that a couple years ago had 5 sacks, had 3 sacks this last year, had a 74.3 PFF grade last year, and a 61.3 this year. Here's what it comes down to. This is much needed defensive tackle depth, but also can we just state the obvious here? I felt like a huge need for the Raiders moving forward was not only defensive tackle, but a penetrating defensive tackle, a guy that came in and did his thing. Now, again, this is only $5.5 million. This is what the deal is for. Let's put this into perspective. The Vikings signed Harrison Phillips to a 3-year, $19.5 million deal. That's over what? I'm no mathematician, so it's like 6.75. The point is, it's more than what the Raiders signed Nichols for. And if you look at it, Harrison Phillips only had 1 sack in his career. Boom. Nichols has 11. So when you talk about value, when you talk about $5.5 million for a guy that's probably going to bring you at least in that 3 to 5 sack range, yeah, I love it. A 3 to 5 sack range, excuse me. I absolutely love it. Again, this is another value pick that I for only 2 years, you've got a guy on the interior that played with Akeem Hicks. He was disruptive. He's what you want in terms of both a run defender and a pass defender. So right off the bat, 3 days of free agency, they have filled 2 major needs. And now moving forward, this isn't it. Obviously, I still think they should go out, get a guy like Marquez Valdez-Scantling. There's still a couple guys they should still go out and get. But overall, I love these first 2 signings. They're filling major positions of need at quality. They're getting value. Somebody put in the comment section, cheap. Yeah, like what you want to, again, I said this for my Vikings. You can't go out and sign a roster full of $10 million guys. You just can't. You have to have guys that come in and at least will take that quality deal. Will take that prove it deal. And I think these are a couple of guys that will do it. Now again, Nichols, I've got a lot of high hopes for. I think he can come in, be a huge disruptive force. I think he can come in and start right away. Now, if Jordan Davis falls to you at 22, you still take him. I don't think that's definitely out of the question. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. But defensive tackle isn't as much of a need now. I think that they're still going to do some work to sign some guys. And I still think that there's still a lot of free agency. There's still a lot of guys that they're going to look at. But this is a quality signing. These last 2 are. Again, going after that defense because that's what this team needs. And obviously they can still, at 22, getting Trevor Penning. Ooh, that would be, that's what getting deals like this does, is it really opens up your draft options, and I think that's what the Raiders did here, and I'm excited for it. I think that these 2 signings are going to help shore up that defense, help to continue to make it better. I think just right now with these 2 signings, you love it. You get a guy, a disruptive pass rusher, a quality depth piece at corner, maybe even a starter. That's honestly, it is a prove it deal. So we have seen players that come out on prove it deals, and that just totally ball. So. I will ball out, not just ball like cry, but no, like ball out. So I'm excited for these 2 signings. I think these are going to be. This is exactly what we said that the Raiders were looking for in terms of value. They were looking for value, guys that were either coming into 1-year prove-it deals or guys that were going to be able to come in and make an impact for a fraction of the cost as a guy like J.C. Jackson or one of these other guys. So you love it. Through the first 2 signings, they only are on the books for what? $2.5 million plus 5 for $7.5 million. You have 2 needs filled with $7.5 million. You love it. You love it. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. Let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders making moves.